Welcome to the Faith Christian School family. I'm really excited that you're going to be joining us this year, and I can't wait till we develop our partnership and as we work together and get to know each other even more. I just know you're going to have a great experience at Faith Christian School. If you're half as excited as I was when I first started teaching, you're going to be really anxious to get started on some things over the summer. So therefore, I'm sending you a couple of things. 3 things to be exact. 1, I'm sending you your curriculum guide so that you can begin looking at your lessons and begin planning your lessons. Number 2, I'm going to send you a thumb drive that has on it our School Dynamics program so that you can download it onto your computer and you can do a little bit of practicing. And then last but not least, 3rd, I'm going to send you this video. This is a training video that you can use to begin practicing how to use School Dynamics. So today we're going to only focus on 2 main points. Number 1, I want to focus on student demographics and show you what student demographics is all about. And then number 2, I want to show you the lesson plan feature because that way you can go ahead and begin practicing over the summer. If you can spend some time over the summer practicing these things, it will really save you. During in-service, you're going to have your classroom to work on, you're going to have bulletin boards to do, you're going to have all your last-minute things to do, and so if you can get a good handle on how to do School Dynamics over the summer, it will really help you for when the in-service comes. So before you watch any more of this video, I want you to take a moment to go ahead and download the School Dynamics program because I'm going to periodically ask you to stop and try some things on your own. So do that first and then go ahead and continue the video.
When you open up School Dynamics, this is the screen that you're going to come to. Some of the areas on the screen are areas that will impact you and that you'll have access to. There are other areas that you really won't have access to because you don't need to. An example would be over here with the financing and accounting. We have a finance person that does all of the financial arrangements with parents, and that's sensitive information, so obviously we don't want everyone to have access to that information. One of the areas that you will have access to is here in Student Demographics. So we're going to go ahead and click on Student Demographics. We're going to pretend that you're teaching the pre-K3 class. So we're going to filter our search by homeroom. So I'm going to click on the drop-down box, and that has all of my classes listed there. So we're going to click on pre-K3. Now I need to find a student who is in my class. So we're going to click down here on this drop-down box, and there all of my students in my class will be listed. So we're going to look at the very first student, Fanuel Addo. Notice when I clicked on Fanuel's name, his information popped up here at the top. We can see his first and his last name, we can see his birthday, how old he is, and we can also see that he's African American. On the side, we can see that he's in the pre-K3 class, and then right here, this is pretty interesting because you can see that for child order, he's number 3. That means that he has 2 older brothers. He has a brother Robert in 2nd grade, and he has a brother Herbert in kindergarten. So he's the 3rd child in the family. If you look across here, we have a variety of different tabs. The first tab here is Parent 1. Typically, Dad is going to be listed as Parent 1 unless you have a child who lives in a split home situation where in that case it would be the residential parent would be parent number 1. So in this case we have Mom and Dad both at home. So this is Mr. Addo. You can see that his first name is Fanuel as well. You can also see his home phone number, his cell number, and his work number, and then his email address is there as well. So lots of good contacts. Parent number 2 is going to be his wife, Bernice Addo, and again you have all of her contact information on the side. Should you not be able to get in touch with Dad or Mom, go to the Contacts tab and there will be additional contacts listed here for each student. And that way if you need to get someone, you can get someone. You may be interested in the medical tabs as well. The first one just has some information about the doctor and the dentist, probably more for the nurse than for you. But here under medical too, this would be very interesting because this is going to list any medications that the child might be on. And then on this side, it's going to list any allergies that he has. Right now we have 24 students in our school that have life-threatening peanut allergies. And so this is going to be very important for some of our students. So you can see right now that Fanuel is not on any medication. He does not have any allergies. So I'm going to take a moment to break, and I want you to open up your school dynamics. I want you to go into student demographics, and I want you to just kind of look around a little bit. I want you to look at the tabs, practice clicking on the tabs, look at the information that you can find by using student demographics. And while you're doing some looking, I'll be waiting. I hope you enjoyed the time that you were able to spend looking at student demographics and all that it has to offer for you as a teacher. The second area that I wanted us to take a look at today was with lesson plans. So we're going to go ahead down here and click on where it says lesson plans. And second one down, again, we're going to click on lesson plans and our screen will come up. So the first thing you want to do is find your name in the drop-down box. We're going to go ahead and use Sherry Sabatino because she is actually our pre-K3 teacher, so we're going to go ahead and pick on pre-K3 today. And you want to choose the day of the week or the week that you're going to do your lesson plans for. So over here on the calendar, we're going to click for next week for February 24th. And then we're going to choose our subject. So we're going to go ahead and create a Bible lesson plan. So once we have that information in, we're going to go down here to Monday. You'll see that our cursor is already in place, and we can go ahead and begin typing. So I can type in my objectives, I can type in my methods, I can type in my materials needed, everything that I want to include in my lesson plans. And then if I'm giving a test, I'll want to check the box here. If I'm giving a quiz, I'll want to check this box. Or if I'm giving homework assignments, I'll want to check this one. So let's just say that we're going to give a homework assignment to pre-K3, and we're going to have them maybe practice their Bible verse. Okay, and it's important that you click these things because whatever you put down here in this little box for homework, that's what the parents are going to see on InfoDirect. InfoDirect is the parent side of our program. And so anything, they're not going to be able to see what's up here in your lesson plans, but they will be able to see what's down here as long as you check off that there is homework. So that's a very important feature. So it is very, very simple to do lesson plans. The one thing that I do have to tell you about that I've made this mistake many times myself is before you go on to the next day and create your lesson plan for the next day, you want to make sure that you come up here to the top to this little green arrow. This is your submit button. So you want to make sure that before you go on to Tuesday, make sure that you submit Monday's lesson plans. This way you won't lose your work. So doing lesson plans in School Dynamics is actually very, very easy. And I know that with a little bit of practice, you'll get it down. Just don't forget this little green button. He can be your best friend or he can be your worst enemy. So I hope you enjoyed what you learned today in School Dynamics. I want you to take some time after watching this video to go back over the School Dynamics program. I want you to go into lesson plans and practice putting in some lesson plans. If you're interested in learning about some of the other features that School Dynamics has to offer, you can go directly to School Dynamics, and they have some tutorial videos right on their website that anyone can watch and learn from. So if you're interested in learning how the grade book works or learning how to take attendance or some of the other things that you'll eventually need to know, feel free to take a look at those tutorial videos. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call.